At what point do we stop calling this a soft launch and start calling it a pattern of failure? Because Meghan Markle's luxury lifestyle brand are all wrapped in confusion, refunds, and performative branding. We're talking relaunches that sell out before customers even get a confirmation email, white label products repackaged as artisanal, and rosé that you can't even buy by the bottle because apparently sipping like a duchess comes with a 3-bottle minimum, $20 shipping, and a drinking problem, allegedly. Hello everyone, I'm Star Chairs, and in my channel, we analyze every headline through the lens of PR. Let's talk about the relaunch of our apricot spread. You know, the one that sold out before it even really launched again? Like, customers were really lucky to get their hands on it. They were immediately refunded with a purchase to receive a free jar when it's back in stock. So basically, you gave them your money and got nothing in return. Let's break this down the way we do it in this channel. If you are relaunching a product that already sold out, you better have inventory ready the second time around, especially when you are white labeling and talking on Emma Grede podcast that you want to restock and be able not to have this scarcity mindset or scarcity strategy that you're doing, but you're still doing it. If you're running a business with Netflix and allegedly top-tier vendors, this level of chaos is inexcusable. If your customers are threatening war over missing jam, your fanfare is fatigue. Now, this is where it gets even more suspicious for me. Some of our products are allegedly produced by Republic of Tea, the same manufacturer behind Bridgerton. So let me ask you this. If you're just slapping your name on existing products, is it really crafted in your kitchen anymore? Or is it even luxury? Because Meghan went from I make jam at my table using my own recipe to my jam is made in Illinois' factory 2,000 miles away by a third party I won't name on my website. Oh my goodness, that is not scaling a brand. That's repackaging someone else's product and selling it as a keepsake lid. We call this white labeling, and there is nothing wrong with it if you're transparent. But when you market it as artisanal, homemade, and meaningful while you're outsourcing the entire operation, that's called brand confusion. And in Meghan's case, it's becoming her signature flavor. Now, here's the real question I want to unpack with you. Is Meghan just playing it safe because she's terrified of failing? Or is she ignoring every smart advisor around her and winging it off vibes and 2005 old strategies? Because it's one thing to white label a few products, it's another to mislead people about sourcing, refund mass orders without clear communication, and still post photos of you pretending that you're harvesting apricots in your garden. How embarrassing. I'm sorry, this is why I giggle, because to me, I get secondhand embarrassment. Because even the fruit on the tree doesn't match the one in her hand. Yes, internet sleuths clock that too. Meghan, I am embarrassed for you. She is lifestyle cosplay, not luxury brand like she is intending it to be. So, you can't say that you're rooted in authenticity and then give us a garden staged like an Instagram ad shoot. Because here's the problem Meghan keeps running into and why every launch struggles. She is the brand, whether she likes it or not. And when the public doesn't trust the face of the brand, in this case, Meghan, the product cannot stand on its own. It doesn't stand a chance. And it doesn't matter how pretty her photos on Instagram are, how pretty the packaging is. If people feel misled, manipulated, or confused, they will not buy again. And no, not even the Sussex squad can fix that long term. Authenticity sells, relatability sells, but Meghan's entire approach screams controlled, curated, and disconnected from reality. And you cannot white label your way out of this. Fans were told that the limited supply was intentional to protect the quality and taste. But let's be honest, this has become a pattern. The jam sold out. Refunds were issued, the tea white labeled, the wine packaged like a premium product but locked behind quantity restrictions and shipping toll booth. Like, what is wrong with you? And at some point, this stops looking like strategy and starts looking like someone who doesn't understand the customer journey whatsoever. Meghan keeps prioritizing presentation over accessibility, curation over clarity. That might work for an Instagram post or social media, but it doesn't work when you're trying to build a sustainable brand, especially not when your face is the brand and the public still isn't sure about you and doesn't trust you. Whew. Okay, let me get on my hot horse. Because speaking of launches that missed the mark, let's talk about Meghan's latest venture of rosé wine. Now on paper, it looks like another sellout success. 3, 6, 12 bottle sets were offered, and they reportedly flew off the virtual shelves in under an hour. But dig a little deeper, and you'll see another classic Meghan Markle misfire. You couldn't just buy a single bottle. They didn't have sample bottles, those tiny ones. You had to at least commit to 3 bottles for $90 plus a mandatory $20 flat rate shipping fee. That's $110 for a product that nobody has tasted or even tried yet. And in PR, we know this as perceived inaccessibility without earned credibility. This means that the product feels hard to get, it's expensive, limited in quantity, and only available in bundles. What are we, in Costco? It gives the appearance of exclusivity, but it's not. It's arrogance because the public hasn't tasted it yet. The key here is earn credibility, which means you're proving yourself. Your product has proven itself to be known as amazing. Your brand is trusted. You have a loyal base that believes in your quality. Think Chanel, Dyson, even Taylor Swift tickets. They have earned the right to be exclusive. But when a brand like Meghan Markle's hasn't earned that yet, and people are still unsure about her products, her authenticity, or her business sense, making something feel exclusive just comes across as entitled, arrogant, and out of touch. Instead of making people think, wow, I wish I could get that one day, it makes them think, like, who does she think she is? It backfires. Instead of elevating the brand, it alienates potential customers. You cannot skip the hard work of building trust and go straight to luxury pricing and scarcity. That's what this line is calling out. In my opinion, this is what Meghan is doing with her brand, skipping all the hard work and going straight to luxury prices, which is not going to work in the long run. Now, I was going to record this video last night, which I am delighted that I didn't, because we're going to break down this image, which, by the way, credit goes to Brittany from Royal News Network. Thank you, Brittany, for putting this side-by-side picture together, which really highlights the issue perfectly. On the left, we have the As Ever hibiscus tea and Meghan Markle's branded product. On the right, we got the hibiscus tea from Republic of Tea, the manufacturer reportedly behind the scenes. And at first glance, you'll notice Meghan's version looks brighter, maybe even fresher. The petals are a bit more vibrant, slightly less curled. From what we gather, we can allegedly and safely assume that they're both coming from the same source and manufacturer. But like I said in my last video, instead of hiding it, Meghan should just be honest, own it, and tell the audience, yes, we source from Republic of Tea because they are one of the best in the industry. But here's how we created a blend that reflects our personal taste, story, and standard of quality. And then show the process and the story behind it. Boom, done. You have just earned trust and added value. But instead, Meghan scrubs the metadata from her website, doesn't disclose the vendors, and acts like this all came from her kitchen countertop in Montecito. Like she's out there personally hand-plucking hibiscus in a sundress. And this photo shows exactly the difference between her brand and Republic of Tea brand. Let me give you an example. I love matcha, but not all matcha is created equally. I found that out the hard way. There's ceremonial grade, the best, premium and daily, and culinary, and each is harvested very differently. Ceremonial uses the first tender leaves, which is why it costs more and has a smoother taste, and you can only get it with the very first leaves. That's the story. That's content. That's value. Now I know. And more importantly, that's what people love to hear in 2025. I mean, I loved it, and now I'm obsessed with it because audiences are obsessed with today's process videos, with transparency, with watching how it works, how it's made, the journey videos. We love seeing the behind the scenes, the fields, the flavors, the caring. When I first saw how the ceremonial grade matcha was made, I no longer complained about the price because I saw the story, the adventure, and of course, the way it was made. So I trust the ceremonial grade and I just buy it without a thought. But Meghan, she's running her business like she runs her personal life in secrecy and spin. That might work if your brand isn't you. But when your face is all over and you are the face of it, secrecy doesn't feel high-end. It feels shady. In the world of modern branding, secrecy is the enemy of trust. So here's where we land. Meghan Markle isn't failing because she lacks resources, advisors, or opportunity. She's failing because she refuses to be real. In the world that craves transparency, she keeps serving us secrecy and dressing it up in branding boxes and curated Instagram moments that we know are fake. And at some point, people stop buying the product and start questioning the person behind it. And she hates that. So tell me in the comments below, do you think Meghan is just playing it safe or is she completely out of her depth? All right, guys, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.